Hello and a big welcome to the channel. I'm the Motorsport Madman and this is the sprint ahead of the 2022 Sao Paulo Grand Prix. It's round 21 of 22 in the 2022 Formula 1 World Championship. Please do like the stream and get yourself subscribed if you are a Formula 1 fan. I'm live for every single qualifying and every single race in the calendar. And I am absolutely buzzing for this one because it's Kevin Magnussen in the Haas. I rep Haas, favourite team. Here we go, it's Kevin Magnussen on pole position for the sprint race. Can he hold on? It's 24 laps. Where's he going to end up? I don't know, he'd probably end up probably about 8th or 10th. But I'd love to see him cling on and defend for his life and put them all in the wall. Come on, Kevin, let's go. How are we doing? LB's here. Welcome in, LB. Ernesto's here. Welcome in. Ryan, let me turn down this music. It's going to be too loud. Oh, mate, I can't wait for this. These are the moments you wait for, the big underdog stories, and we've had none of that this year. It's been Verstappen every week. Yeah, a couple of times Leclerc's won, a couple of times, you know, Mercedes have come close, Perez has got a couple of wins, Sainz has won one or two, but these are the stories that you watch it for. These, you know, we've had, usually you get 2 or 3 moments like this in a year. We've not had anything. This is a big chance. This is Kevin Magnussen's 50 seconds of fame. This is his big moment. If Kevin Magnussen leads at the end of lap 1, if he holds on to the lead and he's still got that lead going into lap 2, oh, it's game on. It is game on. I just don't want him to get mugged in the first few corners. He's got to have a perfect start. He's got to defend down into turn 4. And then the thing is, it's the drag all the way up from turn 12, all the way up the hill round to the start-finish line and breaking into turn 1. And they're all going to be in the slipstream. They're going to be queuing up to try and overtake him. And because it's a sprint race, he's got to be in the top 8 to get any points. And you get 8 points for winning the sprint race, down to 1 point for finishing 8th. So he'll just be aiming to finish in that top 8. But come on, Kevin, you live once. You've got to go for the win. You've got to go for the win. It starts in 10 minutes. It starts at 7:30. Yeah, 7:30 the sprint. So buzzing. I've been waiting for this all season. If he can get a perfect start, and the thing is, there's 2 ways to approach this for Kevin. He can think, as we were saying on Sky before, he can think, right, let's just stay out of trouble. I'm never going to beat Max. I'm never going to beat the Mercs behind me. I'm not going to beat Sainz in the Ferrari. And you know, he can see it in a way of self-preservation and thinking, right, they're going to overtake me anyway, so don't fight it too hard. And just sort of come home with a decent position, maybe a P6, P8, get a couple of points out of it and onto the race. But I hope he doesn't do that. I hope and pray that he doesn't do that, because Kevin Magnussen fights tooth and nail. He fights tooth and nail. When he's at the back fighting for 17th place, he's putting people in the gravel, shoving people onto the grass. It's elbows out, balls to the wall racing when he's fighting for 15th, 17th. I want him to take that mentality to the front, to the very front. And then when Verstappen tries to come round the outside, or when Verstappen tries to dive down the inside, nah, mate, let's have a bit of argy-bargy. I want him to fight for the win. I don't want him to just think, oh, well, you know, I don't need to win. A P6 is fine, you know, get a couple of points. We'll finish ahead of AlphaTauri in the championship. Thinking, nah, mate, you live once. If I'm Kevin, I'm full defence into turn 1. I don't know whether on pole position if you're on the inside or the outside. But mate, you're going full defence. If he's still in the lead by the time they exit turn 4, then he'll probably have the lead by the time they get to turn 12. And then it's a drag race all the way up the hill, to turn 1, mate. And if he's still leading at the end of lap 1, game on. But you know they're going to be queuing up, and when they get DRS on lap 3 and all the rest of it, they'll be all queuing up to overtake him and that. But just cling on, mate, cling on, please. I'm praying for the Kevin Magnussen perfect start here. Right, let me get the headphones on so I know what's going on. Lando Norris from P4 as well. What can he do from there, man? Norris versus Magnussen for the sprint race victory. Now, that's what I want to see. Oh, I want Kevin to race as hard as he races for P16. Racing for the victory, racing for the sprint race victory as hard as he races for the 16th. Do you know what I mean? If he has that mentality and thinks, I don't care if you're Verstappen double world champion, I don't care if you're going to be a second and a half quicker a lap, I don't care if you're in a Red Bull, I don't care if you're in a Ferrari, I don't care if you're in a Mercedes, I'm going to push you against the wall, I'm going to put you in the gravel, I'm going to squeeze you out on the exit, I'm going to do everything. Even if he gets a bit of damage and a bit of, you know what I mean, get a bit of argy-bargy in there, mate. Rather than just what's going to happen, where he's just going to get swamped. He's going to be fourth by the time. Oh no! I hope he doesn't fade away. I hope he doesn't just fade away and like on the start-finish straight every lap he's just getting mugged by the next guy, and then the next lap is the next guy, and then before you know it he's fifth. Then he's sixth, then he's seventh, and it's like, oh no. And then he ends up like 12th, and it's like, oh, missed. That would be a massive missed opportunity, that, if he ends up like 12th or something, 11th, and it's like, you know what I mean? We fight, you know what I mean? We go again, but got my cocktail going. Saturday night cocktails. Ah, oh, come on, Kevin. This is what we watch it for. This is what I watch it for. You know what I mean? It's fine watching Verstappen win 16 races a season. Yeah, that's all well and good. It's fine watching Lewis Hamilton win 6 championships in a row. That's fine. You know, I love it no matter what. You know what I mean? I love it no matter what. But these are the moments. You know, yesterday when Magnussen got that pole position, these are the moments that you really watch it for. You know, when the underdog comes out on top, the upsets, the underdog stories. He was 500 to 1, Kevin Magnussen, to take pole. 500 to 1 he was. And he did it. 500 to 1. Now, a couple of things were kind to him. George Russell spinning off and causing a red flag. You know, that was kind to him. Also, the fact that he was right at the front of the queue. But that's on the team, you know. It's not all luck that Kevin's on pole position. 8 out of the 10 drivers in that Q3 pole position shootout all set a representative lap time. Kevin was just quicker than all of them in that one hit. You know, it was like a one-shot quali in the end, and Kevin set the fastest lap out of the 8 of them. Boom, pole position, here we go, defend it into turn 1, let's go for the win. I can't wait for this. They're doing a little moody little intro now here on Sky. I tell you what, they're just showing some like moments from Brazilian Grand Prix over the years, mate. There has been some iconic, historic moments at the Brazilian Grand Prix. Even since I've been watching the last like 17 years, there's been loads of iconic, you know, championship deciding moments, big incidents. Oh, this is what we watch it for. Kevin Magnussen pole position for the sprint. I think it's 24 laps. Can he hold on? I hope he tries. I hope he really does try to hold on to this and not just sort of fade away. You know, I'd rather see him like go over the top trying to defend it and be a bit cheeky and be a bit the wrong side of the rules, so to say. I'd rather see him go the wrong side of okay to try and cling on to this lead. You know, like balls to the wall, whatever it takes to win. That's what I want to see him do. Like, whatever it takes. Max, you're going to try around the outside. No, you're not. Get on the grass. You know what I mean? George, you know, think again, mate. I want to see Kevin. Go on, Kevin, lad. He needs that perfect start. I don't know if Paul's on the inside or on the outside. But I tell you now, if Paul's on the outside, I would cut across the track immediately at the start. If Paul's on the outside on the racing line, I don't know. I'll have to have a look at it in a minute. But if Paul's on the outside, as soon as it's lights out, boom, cut across that track and defend the inside immediately. Don't even... It's a nice day, so no rain. Here's the grid then. Here we go then. Starting grid. So it is. Mick Schumacher's a Haas sandwich today. We've got a Haas at the front and a Haas at the back. Mick Schumacher, P20. Gutted. Tsunoda, P19. It's Valtteri Bottas, who lines up 18th for Alfa Romeo. Zhou Guanyu, P17. Nicholas Latifi in the Williams, P16. Lance Stroll, Aston Martin, P15. Daniel Ricciardo in the McLaren, P14. Sebastian Vettel, four-time world champion, will start this sprint in 13th place. It's Pierre Gasly, P12. It's Alexander Albon in the Williams, P11. Can he get a point out of this sprint race? It's Charles Leclerc. The Ferrari messed it up for him. He's P10. It's Perez, P9. Hamilton, P8. Fernando Alonso, P7. It's Esteban Ocon, P6. Sainz, 5th. Lando Norris in the McLaren. Now this is critical in the battle for P4. He starts P4. George Russell for Mercedes, P3. And a front row of Verstappen and Kevin Magnussen. Let's go. Oh my God. This is what it's all about. Nobody predicted Magnussen on pole yesterday. Not even his own mother. Not even his own dad, who's a racing driver himself. Nobody would have had Kevin Magnussen pole yesterday. Not a soul on this earth. It is incredible. Look at him lining up there. So pole's on the outside, right? So the pole position slots on the outside. I would even, if I'm Kevin, when they do the formation lap and line back up on the grid, if I'm Kevin, I angle the car at max straight off. I angle the car 5-10 degrees to the left to immediately cut him off at the start. That's what I would do. I'm immediately cutting Verstappen off. Make him go round the outside. You know, if he wants to go round the outside of turn 1, make him do that. Come on, Kevin. We're on the formation lap. Here we go. The live timing should be on. I might have to... I'll refresh it now. Because it always needs a cheeky refresh. So I might as well refresh the live timings now so I know that we're on point. Oh, seeing Kevin. P1. All right, so, okay. Everyone on the soft tyres except for Max Verstappen and who else was it on the mediums? It's Latifi as well. So Verstappen P2 and Latifi P16, the only ones on the alternate strategy of the medium tyre. I don't think there's going to be any pit stops. No pit stops. Just a sprint race. I think it's 24 laps as far as I know. Right, the live timing should be on point. Let me put that there. Oh, here we go. He should be silly with it. Martin Brundle saying, no, he won't be silly with it. Well, he should be silly with it. Come on, Kevin. Be silly with it, lad. Defend it for all you're worth. This is your one chance. This may be his one and only chance to get a race win. Now, I know it's not a full Grand Prix race victory, whatever, but it might be his one opportunity in his Formula One career to get a win. What are you going to do? Pass up on that and go, oh, well, you know, I don't want to damage the car. I don't, you know, ooh. You can finish P8 next week. This is your one chance to go for it. You know what I mean? Go cautious next week when you start in 14th. You know what I mean? This is his chance. Nice day. No rain today, my lad. Looks like a nice afternoon in Sao Paulo. He's doing the set amount of... Look at this, lining up on pole. He must think, what the hell, mate? This is nuts. Defend it straight away, Kevin. Here we go. We're lining up. Oh, here we go. Come on, Kevin. Oh, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. Come on, Kevin. Come on, Kevin. Please hold on to it. Please hold on to it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on, Kevin. Here we go then. He's go. Come on, Kevin. He's got a good start. He's going to lead into turn 1 easily. It's Norris down the inside. And it's Verstappen. And it's Russell going side by side. But Kevin's had a great start. He's going to lead easily into turn 4. Go on then. It's Verstappen, Russell. And then Norris right behind. And Norris now fancying a move. But it's the Ferrari. It's going to be Sainz and Norris side by side into turn 4. Magnussen leads easily. Fernando Alonso fancies dive down the inside. The 2 Alpines. Oh, and Ocon hits Alonso. He's lost the rear end, but he's carrying on. It is Magnussen, Verstappen, and then George Russell. Magnussen leads. Let's go. Kevin's got half a chance now. He's got half a chance. That was absolutely critical. He's had a perfect start. Let's go, Kevin. Let's go. He's got a decent chunk as well. I mean, Verstappen's going to turn up. Of course he is. Verstappen's going to turn up. But he's got away well. He's going to lead a lap. He's going to lead a lap, is Kevin. Let's go. 23 laps to go. Come on. It's Magnussen. I tell you what, Verstappen's under pressure from Russell. Go on then, George. Go on, send it. Oh, Verstappen defends. Oh, it's nearly 3 wide. Oh, they've already caught Kevin. Oh my God, look at the fight here for P2. Verstappen v Russell. And Sainz has got past Russell as well. I think Sainz is up to 4th. Oh, look at that. Verstappen having to defend it. Oh, let's go. Let's go. The thing is, Kevin's holding him up. So the battle between Verstappen and Russell for P2 is on. Because Verstappen can't get away. He can't just... the thing is, Verstappen can't just check out at the front. Because Kevin's in the way, mate. And he's on the mediums as well. Everyone else is on the soft. Come on, George. Still, Magnussen's going to lead 2 laps. Come on. He's got half a chance here. Oh, I'll tell you what, when they get DRS, it's going to be game over, innit? When they get DRS, it's going to be game over. Come on, Kevin. Defend it. They're coming now. They're on the way now. Gap half a second. 4 tenths. 3 tenths. And here comes Hamilton versus Ocon for P6. Hamilton up the inside. There's a bit of debris on track there. Oh, Verstappen's taking the lead, I think. We need to see the battle of the lead. Oh, Verstappen's taking the lead. Oh, no. Go on, Kevin. Get him back. Send it. Oh. He led 2 laps. We didn't even see the exchange of the lead. Yeah, Max had a good run at him. Oh, game over. Oh, well, it lasted 2 laps. Oh, now Verstappen's set free. He's set free. It's Verstappen, Magnussen, Russell. They're all queuing up now. Oh, I was dreaming. You're allowed to dream, aren't you? I was dreaming of the Kevin Magnussen sprint race victory. Oh, come on. Yeah, George is going to tee him up here. George is teeing him up. Round the outside goes George Russell then and Kevin Magnussen. Russell up into second, and by the time they hit the brakes for turn 1 on lap 4, Magnussen down to third. I'm devastated, I can't lie. Perez up to 7th then. So it is on lap 4, Verstappen, Russell, Magnussen, Sainz, Norris, Hamilton, Perez, Ocon, Leclerc, Pierre Gasly P10. Sainz passes Magnussen into turn 4. Oh, gutted. GG's. Replay on board with Esteban Ocon, lap 1. Oh, this was the contact. Whoa. I tell you what, they're lucky to get away with that. They look very lucky to get away with that, the two Alpines. Wow. That's mad. These are two Alpines. Oh, whoa. There's two contact. Whoa. Contact between Alonso and Ocon then at the end of lap 1 there was. Magnussen down to P4 now as Hamilton up the inside of Lando Norris. Hamilton takes P5 then. So it's now Verstappen, Russell, Sainz, Magnussen, Hamilton, Norris, Perez, Ocon, Leclerc, Gasly as Mick Schumacher moves into P14 from the back. He's doing very well. Go on then. Go on then, Mick. Trying to keep his seat for 2023. Desperate need of a point is Mick Schumacher. Oh, man. He led 2 laps in it. What can I expect? I can't expect him to win, can I? It's just flipping daft, innit? I could dream. I could dream. So we're at the end of lap 5 and Hamilton all over the back of Magnussen then. I wonder just how far he's going to drop now. Remember, in the sprint race, you only get points if you're in the top 8. So, you know, you don't want to be dropping many more positions. If you're Kevin and Lewis comes down with DRS into turn 1 and Lewis up the inside and takes P4. So both Mercs now in the top 4. Then it's Verstappen by 9/10 of a second over George Russell. It is Sainz P3, 1.3 behind George. I tell you what, George is keeping Verstappen honest at the front. Then you've got Hamilton P4 now, Magnussen P5. Then it's Norris P6, Sergio Perez 7th, Charles Leclerc 8th. And here we see a replay of Norris versus Sainz then on lap 1. And whoa, Norris really outbreaking himself there. And Sainz with a nice cheeky switchback and gets the position done. I'd have loved George to have gone full send on Verstappen on that lap 1. You know, then Kevin might have had the lead for a couple more laps, but he got 2 laps, man. He had 2 laps. I just hope he doesn't drop too far back, you know. I hope he doesn't get absolutely swamped and end up 12th, you know what I mean? But we're watching the Sergio Perez. There's still some debris on the circuit there. Fernando Alonso, a bit of Fernando Alonso's front wing. Alonso's last, having presumably stopped for a new nose. Gasly up to P9, then Gasly passes Ocon at the start of lap 7. It is Verstappen from Russell, but Russell is closing the gap. Russell with the fastest lap and only 3/4 of a second behind the Red Bull. They've dropped Sainz by 1.5 seconds, who is a full 3 seconds ahead of Lewis Hamilton in P4. Norris closing up on the back of Magnussen then. So we've almost got a 3-way fight for P5 then with Magnussen, Norris and Perez all nose to tail now. 5th, 6th, 7th. Yes, Anto, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Although it would have been better if Kevin was still in the lead, but I can't expect miracles out here. But yeah, I'm good, Anto. How are you? Here comes Perez on Norris then for P6. Perez down the inside and goes for it. It's a nice move from Sergio Perez. And, wow, that was nice. He's straight past the McLaren. And now Magnussen next up for Perez. Yeah, Sergio's going to be all over the back of that Haas. He'll probably get him into turn. Oh, is that a bit of smoke coming out of the back of the Red Bull, Sergio Perez? Was that a little bit of smoke I saw coming out of the engine cover of the Red Bull there? But seemingly no problems there. Oh, damn, Kevin. I can't expect miracles, can I? You see a replay there. The Aston Martin's going side by side into turn 1 as well, and Gasly going around the outside of Ocon. After the pub. I'm not sure, Anto. I'm not sure what's happening, mate. I play it by ear. Play it by ear. Here we go then. It's Sergio Perez with the slipstream, with DRS on Kevin Magnussen, and moves up to P5. Magnussen now 6th. Oh, he's gone from the lead to 6th in 9 laps. It's not looking good for Kevin. Oh, look at the Aston Martins going side by side into turn 1. 11th and 12th are Stroll and Vettel. And now we cut on board with Sebastian Vettel. And Stroll's got... Oh, it's so close. Vettel's on the grass. Whoa. Vettel on the grass trying to pass Lance Stroll. I tell you what. Visions of the two Ferraris 2019 when they collided on that exact same part of the circuit 3 years ago. Shades of... Vettel versus Leclerc, Ferrari 2019 Brazilian Grand Prix on that one, but they didn't crash. Whoa, that was extremely close. That was crazy. Whoa. Wow, that was a mad defense from Lance Stroll there. Oh, mate. 15 laps to go then. In the sprint race, it's Verstappen, Russell, Sainz, Hamilton, Perez, Magnussen now 6th. As we see the two Aston Martins again, it's Vettel with DRS then, up to P11. And through past his teammate, the two Aston Martins are 11th and 12th with Ricciardo all over the back of them as well in P13. And Mick Schumacher up from 20th to 14th, just behind this battle as well. Verstappen now with a 1.2 second lead over George Russell. It was down as small as 6 or 7 tenths, that gap, but yeah, Max is I think Max has got this covered now, I think. As always. What has happened to Alonso? He hit the back of his teammate Esteban Ocon. They were battling for like 7th and 8th, I think, something like that, on lap 1, lap 2. And similar to what happened in the US, Alonso just pulled out too late and lost a chunk of it. You know, when he's coming up right behind, Alonso always does that. He comes up right behind and at the last moment jinks out to overtake, and he just timed it wrong by a millisecond and lost a big chunk of his front wing. I don't know if they pitted him for a new nose and that's why he's at the back, or if he stayed out and he's just slow. I don't know. But yeah, that's why Alonso's at the back, mate. Unfortunately, he's lost a bit of front wing. We're on board. Yep, Charles Leclerc, helmet cam P8. Yeah, an error. Not good, mate. Not good. Another unfortunate incident from Fernando Alonso. And it's advantage McLaren. They're P7, so they'll be getting 2 points so far, with Alpine both outside points paying positions in 11th and 20th. But Norris is under pressure from Charles Leclerc. So, you know, McLaren might not get many points out of this one today. I tell you what, Russell's catching Verstappen for the lead, you know. I tell you what, Russell's catching Verstappen for the lead. And Jigs in the side-by-side. Whoa, I tell you what. Russell with the soft tyres. The soft tyres are the place to be. He's going round the outside of turn 3, is Russell, for the lead. Oh, here we go then. We're battling for the lead in Brazil. This side-by-side into turn 4. Oh, Russell on the outside, Verstappen on the inside. Verstappen holds on. Russell gets the switchback. What great racing. This is fantastic racing for the lead. Whoa, this is great racing for the lead. And Verstappen holds on just. But Russell looking rapid here today. Of course, on different tyres, George on the soft, Verstappen on the mediums. Go on, George. I wish it had been this close all year. Why is it taking 21 races for it to be this close? But yeah, George is all over it. Sainz 1.5 behind that. Hamilton 1.5 behind Sainz. And they're a good 5 seconds ahead of Perez. But here comes George then. With DRS and the slipstream. It's going to be close into turn 1, is this. It's going to be close into turn 1. Verstappen goes defensive. George tries to go around the outside. Oh, Verstappen squeezes him out. Oh, I'll tell you what, George is all over it. And they go side by side again round turn 3. Now we go down the straight into turn 4. Verstappen goes defensive again. It's Russell round the outside. The wheel to wheel. Neck and neck into turn 4. Verstappen's got that inside line. Switch it back. Oh, but George has got the switch back. Oh, they're going to go side by side into turn 6. What a race. Woo-hoo. What a race it is. Yellow flag. Whoa, I tell you what, this has been the best sprint race, definitely. Alexander Albon's got a problem. Albon's out. Chucks away. Albon's out. It is Verstappen versus Russell again. Come on, George. I tell you what, the top 4 looking pretty close here. The top 4 all within about 2.5 seconds of each other. Here we go. I tell you what, it's game on in this sprint race. 10 laps to go. That 14 of 24. Verstappen leads Russell into turn 4. Leads Sainz, leads Hamilton, and all of them near enough nose to tail now, halfway through the sprint race. Let's go. Come on. I tell you what, George looking quick. Soft tyre was the tyre to be on for now. They might fade. The soft tyre runners might fade and Max might come out on top in the end, but they're certainly hustling him for the win today. Oh, Max goes a bit wide in turn 11. Sorry, turn 10. Flat out turn 11, down to turn 12. Junk out. I tell you what, Russell's got a good exit here. Russell's going to get him. Russell's going to get him here. Go on then, George. Come on then, with DRS, he should get him into turn 1. Here he comes, Durning, playing George's theme tune. Here he comes then, George Russell, down the outside. Oh, and Verstappen goes defensive then. Russell having a look around the outside. He's got the proper racing line. Then he's put Verstappen offline. Now he's going to get the run. Now round turn 3. Down to turn 4. He's got the run. Verstappen defensive. Russell with the DRS down turn 4. They go side by side. And Russell takes the lead. Russell takes the lead. And Sainz and Hamilton are battling for P3 as well. Russell takes the lead of the Brazilian sprint. What a race. I tell you what, this is definitely the best sprint race that I've seen. A lot of them have been dead, but this one has been brilliant. And George Russell takes the lead off Max Verstappen, teed him up perfectly in turn 1, 2 and 3, and got him on with the DRS down into turn 4, round the outside. Boom, what a move. Let's go. Oh, and I tell you what, Hamilton fighting Carlos Sainz as well. I think Hamilton's going to get a run at Sainz into turn 1 here. Yeah, Leclerc's past Magnussen. Yeah, Magnussen down to P7 now. But here comes Lewis Hamilton versus Carlos Sainz. Sainz goes defensive then. Hamilton's got the better line through turns 2 and 3. Go on, get him through DRS then. Go on then, Lewis. DRS open then. Is the Sainz going to go defensive? Oh, it does last minute. And they go side by side to turn 4 for P3. Sainz holds on. Whoa, that was a late move from Sainz. Oh, the nose to tail. Is Lewis going? Whoa. Lewis was thinking about the move into turn 6. You don't often see him go side by side into turn 6. That was wild. But it is Russell from Verstappen, Sainz, Hamilton, Perez, Leclerc, and Magnussen now P7. He doesn't want to drop any more positions, else he'll be dropping out of the points. Norris 8th, Gasly 9th, and Sebastian Vettel in the Aston Martin P10. We have got 8 laps to go. Yeah, I know. Albon now. Go on then, Lewis. Here we go again then. Is he going to be near enough behind there? Sainz, by the time they get to turn 1, not quite close enough this time. Sainz holds on for another lap. The thing is, Sainz has got DRS on Verstappen. Hamilton's got DRS on Sainz, so it's kind of that's why it's become a stalemate, because we've got basically a 3-way fight for P2. Verstappen, Sainz, Hamilton are nose to tail for P2. George has got away by 2.5 seconds. George Russell's going to win this sprint race. Mick Schumacher versus Lance Stroll for 12th. Go on then, Mick. He's going to try it around the outside. That's incredibly close there into turn 4 with Lance Stroll, Mick Schumacher. Come on then, Mick. I tell you what, Mick's having a good race, up from P20 to 13th, challenging for 12th. Come on, Mick. For your career, lad. For your Formula 1 career. They're going to end up both in the middle, Haas. Mick coming from the back is going to end up mid-pack, and Magnussen from pole is going to end up coming. They're going to end up nose to tail, the two Haas, by the end of this. It seems to be, yeah. Wow, this was the replay of Vettel versus Stroll. Wow, and Stroll has been given a 10-second time penalty. Oh, that's gonna sting. That a 10-second time penalty for Lance Stroll. That's ruined his evening. Russell's checked out the front. 2.7 second lead for George Russell now over Verstappen. And it's a 3-way fight for P2. Verstappen, Sainz, Hamilton. Could we get a Mercedes 1-2 here? You know, I think it's not out of the question for a Mercedes 1-2 in the sprint. Come on then, Lewis. The thing is, Lewis's DRS is cancelled out by Sainz DRS. They need to pass Verstappen. Sainz looking close to Max then into turn 1. Whoa, and he's down the inside. He's Carlos Sainz. Oh, they touch. They bang wheels. Sainz and Verstappen. Oh, and he did a little bit of contact. And Verstappen's got a little bit of a damaged end plate on that front wing. And here comes Lewis then. It's going to be Hamilton versus Verstappen into turn 4. Oh my God, danger. Oh, and Verstappen's got a broken front wing. Whoa, the end fence comes flying off. And Hamilton's he's side by side. Turn 5. Now to turn 6, the wheel to wheel. Oh, and Verstappen's got that inside line and keeps the position for now. But he's got damage. End fence gone for Max Verstappen. It's now Russell from Sainz P2. Verstappen and Hamilton battle over P3. And Verstappen's all over the road with the damage. He's going to get the switch back. Is Lewis, and they're going to go side by side round turn 11. You're joking. You don't want to go offline there on the marbles. It's going to be slippy down the hill then into Junkow. Go on then, Lewis. Lewis is going to get in the slipstream here. We've got him. Here we go then. He's going to get the slipstream. DRS on Max Verstappen up the hill. They go then. It's going to be Russell, Sainz. And here comes Hamilton on Verstappen. Let's go. With the DRS, with the slipstream. Gets the job done. Lewis Hamilton up into P3. What a race. I tell you what, this is definitely the best sprint race I've seen. What a race we have had here. Lap 20 of 24. Yes, Farron, how we doing, bro? I tell you what, this is some race. Russell has checked out at the front. 4.1 second lead for George Russell. Oh, as we see Norris versus Magnussen for 7th. And Norris takes P7. Oh, no, Kevin will be alright. He'll get a point. He'll get a point. There's been many, many, many overtakes in this race. This has been fantastic. Magnussen's going to get a point. You know, I'd have loved him to win, but you know, I was dreaming if I want to, you know, thinking that Kevin could win this. But he's going to get P8 unless something bizarre happens. So he's going to get a point out of it. Not the dream scenario, but not a disaster. Russell, Sainz, Hamilton. We could be on for a Mercedes 1-2 here if Lewis is feeling quick with 3 laps to go. Verstappen, Perez, 4th and 5th. Oh, Sainz running out of tyres. Here we go. Could we be on for a Mercedes 1-2 here? We're on lap 21 of 24. Sebastian Vettel down the inside of Pierre Gasly for P9. Sebastian Vettel still got it. Never lose it. Fantastic. Gasly's got the DRS down into turn 4, but it's not going to be enough. Vettel's going to hold on to that one easily. It is Russell, Sainz, Hamilton, Verstappen, Perez, Leclerc, Norris, Magnussen, Vettel and Gasly top 10. And we see the replay. Wow. Look at the replay. Look at them fighting for P2 there. Sainz, Verstappen, Hamilton, scrapping for P2. Why hasn't it been like this all season? Why has it taken 21 races to get this good? If it had been like this from round 1, we'd have had a heck of a season on our hands. But as it is, Verstappen's walked it every single week until now. Why has Verstappen been able to walk it every single week for 10 months in a row? Come on, guys. Now it gets good. Now we've got 4 of them fighting for the win. But it's too late. He's won the championship 6 weeks ago. Oh, come on, man. Now they give Verstappen a tough time. You know what I mean? When it's all said and done for, 21 races in. And he's won bloody 16 of them. Now we switch it on, do we? Oh, mate. What a season this could have been. If it had started off like this. What a season it could have been. Because I tell you now, the Mercedes, Ferrari and Red Bull look near enough evenly matched here. For the first time this season, they look off evenly matched. Anyone, if the season started now, everyone on 0 points. If the season started now, everyone on 0 and we do 20 races, we've got 6 cars that can fight for every single win. It's 1 of 6 every single week. It could be a hell of a season, but this is the end. We've got one more after, you know, we go Abu Dhabi, that's it, game over, GG's. Verstappen won every single week. Could have been. I don't think Red Bull are going to get Verstappen to move out of the way. Perez is on the team radio saying he needs the points, so in other words, move Verstappen out of the way for me because he's fighting for P2 in the championship with Charles Leclerc. I don't think so. I don't think they're going to move Max out of the way. I think it's might be a little bit silly. But yeah, Sainz, Russell has done Sainz by 4 seconds. Hamilton seems to have stalled out behind Sainz. The gap's 1.1. He's just out of that DRS DRS zone is Lewis Hamilton on Sainz now. 1.2 seconds the gap. It's going to be Red Bull 4th and 5th as we cut out to on board Lewis Hamilton at the start of the final lap. So Ocon has cost his team massively. I'm not leaving Ocon enough room. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know whose fault that is, but Ocon probably defended it too hard, and Alonso should have pulled out of the slipstream a bit sooner. You know what I mean? It might be a bit 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. That one. Well, George Russell is going to win the sprint, but the fight rages on for P2. It's Sainz versus Hamilton as they come round turn 11, flat out, down to junk out turn 12. Russell's already going to be halfway up the straight and about to cross the line to win the sprint. Here, George Russell in the Mercedes wins the sprint at Brazil. What a race we have had. What a 24 laps we have had. And Sainz just about holds on to P2. George Russell wins it for Mercedes. Sainz holds on to P2. It's 2 Mercedes on the podium. I don't really know if they have a podium for the sprint. But it is Hamilton P3, Verstappen P4, Perez 5th, Leclerc 6th, Norris 7th. And Magnussen will hold on for a single point in P8. He'll get a point. It's not what he would have dreamed of this morning, Kevin Magnussen. But he'll start the Grand Prix from P8. Hey, I tell you what. Hey, do you know what I've just realised? Big brain over here. This is the starting grid for the Grand Prix tomorrow. We've got a Russell, Sainz, Hamilton top 3 for the Grand Prix tomorrow. We have got a Russell, Sainz, Hamilton top 3 for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Big chance for George Russell here. If the season was just starting now, oh, we'd be on for an absolute classic. Verstappen's going to have to come from P4 tomorrow. Well. What a race. I tell you what, some of these sprint races that they've done have been flops. I'm not going to lie. I think they've done about 6 or 7 of them. You know, some of them haven't been great, but this sprint race was superb. That was brilliant action from beginning to end. Every single lap, there was something going on, whether it was a battle for the lead, battle for second, battle for 4th, battle for 8th. There was something every single lap then. That was brilliant. And that's pays homage to the circuit. You know, Brazilian Grand Prix is one of the best out there. Always has been, always will be. Sao Paulo comes in, trumps again. And George Russell wins the sprint for Mercedes, and 2 Mercedes in the top 3. Front row for Mercedes tomorrow. Sainz has got a 5-place grid penalty. Yeah, I've not even read my own news. Sainz is going to get a 5-place grid penalty. It's going to be Russell Hamilton front row on the grid tomorrow with Verstappen right behind him. Ooh, join me. 5:30 p.m. UK time for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix, where it's going to be George Russell ahead of Lewis Hamilton on the front row, with Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez on the second row trying to chase him down and take victory in Brazil. What a race we have had. Yeah, I know, SHT. Yeah, I've just realised that myself with the Sainz penalty. Oh, right, guys. Please do drop me a like if you have enjoyed this stream. I really enjoyed this stream. I loved it, but I might be the only one. Yeah, drop me a like if you've enjoyed it. Please do get yourself subscribed if you're into Formula 1. You know, this is the place to be. I'll be back live 5:30 tomorrow afternoon UK time for Lights Out for the 2022 Sao Paulo Grand Prix at 6 p.m. UK time. So we'll do a little bit of a preview, and yeah, we'll get straight into it tomorrow. Russell on pole then, effectively. Magnussen had his 50 seconds in the sun today. Couldn't hold on, ends up P8, gets a point out of it. But yeah, catch me tomorrow. Catch me outside. How about that? Catch me tomorrow, 5:30. And I just wish this was the beginning of the season when Mercedes are caught up. It's so frustrating because now, 21 races in, it's even Stevens, the Red Bull, the Ferrari, the Mercedes. It's neck and neck. Any one of 6 can win tomorrow. Join me for that, 5:30. Peace out, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. And let's go for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. George Russell on pole.